So we might check out iKON, who are back with the album I Decide and the song Dive. The boys is back, physically incomplete, but they're here. They're here. The boys are here. It's finally time to check out iKON's comeback. Y'all have seen me check out the teasers that I've checked out. I've only watched the teaser you've seen me check out. I've not watched any of the other ones. I haven't heard the MV teasers. I don't know how many they dropped. It may have been 2. I don't know. But regardless, I have not heard any of the direct MV teasers. Only the stuff that the ones that I told you that look like modeling ads. I've seen the track list. I haven't said anything in a video since the track list got released. I don't want to go into this song with any negative thoughts. I want to enjoy my boys. We know hanbin and Bobby took part in the composition and the lyrics of this, so I'll talk about it at the end. Because I don't want to sour the mood with how I feel right now. I don't. I want to go into this and enjoy my boys. Alright, so let's check out iKON's Dive. Okay, so first of all, this feels good because I'm going into this fresh. I don't know what anything sounds like. It's a bridge. That's not a good jump. That do not land. Long hair don't care, bro. Dude, this vibe? Dude, that was a dope shot when it started turning with the... I'm guessing they're gonna have a whole performance video in this part. Dude, that picture that they showed of them recording this didn't do those fits justice. They actually look good, the red ones. Ooh, the white ones too. Chill, bro, because I take these lyrics differently. There's a harmonica on this, bro. I think that's a harmonica. We're starting over. I don't know why you thought you were making that jump. You got wings. You take these lyrics the same way I did. I know you did. And that's the beauty of like iKON's lyrics, hanbin's lyrics, all the lyrics, man. I don't know why it feels like hanbin's comeback demo, Rest Your Bones, and this are lyrically connected. That's just the delusional iconic in me, probably. Make this slide without. Bye, bro. I know y'all feel the same kind of emotional build-up I'm feeling inside right now. It looks so good. Teasing picture that they were working on something on these red fits, it did not do these fits justice. I like how they look. I wasn't really a fan of how they look in that picture though. But these white ones, I like them more in like this aesthetic when they're like all wearing their individual stuff, like different outfits. Those white ones are fire. With like the bridge on fire. I deadass don't like the imagery of the bridges are burned though. I wish I could just not see things that way. So good. Imagine this part like at an award show with like a whole bunch of back, well, the crowd's doing it. Listen, I love this comeback, bro. I love this comeback. The harmonica caught me off guard. At the beginning, the melody kind of reminded me of Avicii's the Nights. These are the nights we will. I forgot that melody goes, but definitely reminded me. One day we'll leave this world behind. That song. Obviously, that song is a whole ass EDM track, and it eventually switches up completely, and they sound nothing alike. But just the beginning of the harmonica part reminded me of that. Bobby's verse, all of them, you youngins part. Got a nice earful of everybody, bro. Pre-chorus, chanwoo, come through, bro. The red fits look so good. I'm telling you, that picture did not do it justice. The picture of it was a picture of a picture, and it was blurry. So obviously, it wasn't gonna do it justice. But they look like really old school, like fits. Like they look like really, really, really old school fits in that picture. But they look so good here, especially the white fits. The white fits look amazing. Moving into like the whole thing with the lyrics. Y'all know me, bro. Yeah, the whole burning bridge imagery. Y'all know why I related to what I related to. I just don't like that. Listen, we don't burn bridges here. We repair them. We gonna fix them. Okay, that's what we do. Broken bridge, jumping off, taking the leap. The lyrics I said, you let me, something along the lines of, I can fly even without the wings. Like you help me fly even without wings. And it's what I've always, there's background noise because they're like fixing stuff, so I'm sorry about that. It's the whole thing about iKON's lyrics that it's not just since hanbin has been gone. I've said it with all the releases, like their lyrics are so relatable. Like they make the lyrics so relatable, and you can apply them to like your personal situation so many different ways. Like I'm okay is like, I know so many people related to that song, just in general. Not necessarily the specifics of being in a relationship, but like just like feeling alone in certain times. And you can feel alone for so many different reasons, but the song is so relatable in that sense. And the lyrics are always like that, and it's why obviously me being invested in them to the point where I know about the whole stuff that's going on in the background. Obviously aided in me relating it like that. But it's just the beauty of the lyrics of their songs, the beauty of hanbin as a lyricist, he has given iKON an image with the lyrics that he's written and co-written at times with other members. And I love this, whether this is one last gift from hanbin to the rest of his members. It's a beautiful thing from that perspective. iKON did their thing this comeback, and they will continue to do the thing, and I will be here to check out and support their thing regardless. Whether it's them together eventually as 7 again, or as 2 separate entities, support hanbin and support iKON both at the same time. Listen, trigger warning. If you proceed beyond this point, you are probably gonna get triggered if you don't want to hear me talk shit about YG. Okay? So just know, beyond this point, if you don't want to hear me talk shit about YG, just leave. Just leave. Appreciate you watching the video to this point. Now, we're gonna get to the rant portion of this, because there's a part of this album that pisses me off, and I think y'all know what it is. I didn't want to turn this into a rant, but y'all know me. You could click off if this upsets you. It's whatever. You clicked on this video, and I'm warning you right now. I feel like people that watch my videos know that what I'm saying comes from like a good place and not from like a hate and ass place, except for YG, because I don't fucking like that company. So I feel like this album is YG with their heads so far up their asses they can't see. It's literally their heads are so far up their asses they can't see how far up it is. I feel like no one's corrected me about the timeline of events, so I feel like I'm right, because on multiple videos I've shared the timeline of events and no one's corrected me. I feel like I'm correct in saying that when there was the departure, hanbin like putting out his letter on Instagram, that was followed by very closely after the news of termination of the contract and the removal of him from like the website and stuff like that. In general, in between those 2 events, not a lot happened, if anything at all, which is why I felt like, and I've said it multiple times, this one at 0 to 100 way too fast. I have this feeling, right, that YG knows they fucked up, but their heads so far up their asses that they're not willing to admit they fucked up. And I just think that this fuck up doesn't do iKON any favors. The reasoning, y'all, I'm sure y'all at this point have read the translations, whether you understand Korean or read the translations of the tweet they put out, essentially blaming hanbin, that Stop Blaming Hanbin was like trending and stuff like that. They pretty much said that because of his departure, everything was delayed. No, motherfucker, there was a lot of shit going on. That's why it was delayed. You also kicked him out the company. That's why that shit was delayed. They did that. He took time away. He could take a month away. He just finished doing this project with Lehigh, you know? Like, he could take a month away or a month and a half away and then come back towards the end of the year. They had I'm Okay at the beginning of the year. No, you kicked them out the group. Members take time away from groups and don't get their contracts terminated. I've seen it happen to reflect on actions. Like, it's happened. It's happened in YG with similar kind of accusations. I know I don't have to mention it because I'm not here trying to name drop and say like, but it's happened before in that company. And what's different is that similar kind of accusation ended up being true, but they're still there. This hanbin situation went 0 to 100, 0 to 1,000 so fast, and I feel like they're not willing to admit they fucked up. And what I mean by this does them no favors is because there's gonna be, and y'all, like I told y'all, this comes from a place of like, I love iKON and I will keep supporting them, but there's definitely the people that are gonna be like, look, he's not here, but they need him, you know. And they won't let that go. There's gonna be the trolls that do that, which, hey, shut down these fucking trolls on Twitter that are gonna do it eventually, or are probably doing it right now as I record this video. There's gonna be people that do that. There's gonna be people that say like, oh, look, he's not even here, but they needed 80, I don't know, like what, 86, 85, 87% of the album to be done by him. If they wait too long for them to come back now after this album, the whole talk about there being a hiatus because blaming hanbin essentially is gonna make it look even worse to people that don't already support iKON as hard as people like you and I. I just don't like that the position that iKON is in right now. Yes, I know like this is obviously their comeback, and it's people like me who will not stop talking about it because it just bugs me that much that will keep it relevant, the talking points, right? Because YG would rather us forget about it. They tried it all throughout last year in the Japanese tour, trying to make you forget, but they try to make you forget, and then imagine nobody, people actually went along with the forgetting about it, and then they come and drop this album where, like I said, like 90% of the album is hanbin's work, right? It's just like, from a non-iconic point of view, I can tell you that this is just, it's not the best look. And if they wait too long to come back, I think it's even worse. And I don't want to think about the negatives, man. I don't. because sadly, a lot of last year, I thought the worst would come. I'm glad it didn't, and I'm glad they're back. But I just hope people don't forget that I know they tried to deflect and said it was hanbin's fault, bro. That was 200% YG's fault. 200%, 250%, 300% YG's fault. This is gonna end up being a longer video than it has to be, just because I can't let go of the fact that that company pissed me off that much last year. That the whole blaming hanbin part pissed me off even more, and I hate that, bro. Because hanbin is here. That's the thing. It's not like I'm talking about someone that's not here. He's not physically present, but it's his song, you know. It's iKON's song, but he wrote it with Bobby. And what's crazy is that I wouldn't be having this whole rant part if it wasn't the case. Like, it would not be this extensive and go into this much detail. I know physically hanbin's not here, but he's here. Why? Because first of all, iKON wouldn't be here without hanbin. That's number one. And number two, it's his song written with Bobby, obviously. And then the rest of them are written by him as well, except for one of them. So he's here. It's not like I'm bringing someone up that's not here. I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. It already is. Yeah, I like the comeback. Boys look good. They sound good. Song is dope. MV looks good. It's an iKON thing. Relatable lyrics, everything.